Hi, Girly Pop Society. Today we sat down with Ellen and we hear her 2 hospital birth stories. We believe a birth story doesn't begin with labor, it begins with her.
Welcome to Girly Pop Birth Talks, where we go beyond the delivery room. Each week, we interview a woman just like you and unlike you about her pregnancy, her birth, and also her becoming, and what led her to the most transformative experience of her life.
So grab a drink, a snack, and cozy up, because around here we go from laughing 1 minute to crying the next.
As we listen to the stories that shape us.
Because birth isn't just about babies, it's about the women who rise in the process. Ellen Silva, welcome to Girly Pop Birth Talks.
Thank you.
The moment, the hour, the one and only.
That's an amazing shout out.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, okay.
That's you.
That's
It's
not
all about
normal?
you.
No, I've never said that before.
She just got inspired.
Special.
Yeah.
Thank you. What a warm welcome.
What an honor to talk and hear your birth stories.
Yeah, I'm excited to share.
Tell
Yeah.
us about you.
Yeah. Who you share your life with, your babies, what do you do?
I have an amazing husband. His name is Riley. We met at a fitness class. I was his instructor, which is
Ooh.
really funny because if you know him, he is like the fitness guy, and I am really not. And so
What
we've
kind of
made.
class was this? I just need to know.
It was bar.
Oh.
Yes.
He went to
so
bar.
I know. It's a interesting story. So he was going through Groupons at the time to do recovery workouts. And I think this is like the last one he had. And he definitely thought it was yoga and he was humbled.
Mm-hmm.
Very humbled.
Is it a man class?
What? Oh.
No.
So was he the only
It
man
is a
there?
man. Riley is a man.
A man.
I'm like, what?
So,
I was losing it.
I said, is it a man class? Like, does men
No,
go?
you said is.
What
do men go
pronouns?
to bar?
Not typically.
It has like ballet
no.
roots.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So not typically.
No, not typically. But we do have a male instructor at our studio.
Wonderful.
And he's amazing.
Great.
And
So your husband
completely
just actually
straight.
went to the best class because he had
Yes.
a
Found his
dating
wife.
pool.
And he found his wife there, which
Mhm.
I'm sure he wasn't expecting. And we actually didn't get married or start dating till like 3 years later. But that is how
Oh.
we met.
So what transpired from there? I'm just jumping right in. I mean,
I know.
first, how many kids do you have? I don't know if you said.
Oh, I didn't. We have 2 kids. I like to claim that they're 2 under 2, but really it's a 2-year-old and a baby. But for 2 months, I did have 2 under
You
2.
earned
You
that.
owned that title.
And I did absorb every ounce of respect from the title.
Mhm.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just have to say that I always get annoyed about that because it's like, do I not get credit because it's like 2 under 3? Is that just
Yeah.
automatically easy? You
It
know what I
is.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super
So I just
easy.
want to walk around always being like, I have 3 under 5. I have 3 under 15.
I have 3 under 1. they're all an hour old.
They're all inside of you right now. Actually.
Oh,
Like,
oh my gosh. I was like, you have triplets?
Yep.
no. But I'm just saying, to your point, you can
Yeah.
own whatever title because it's all
It's
hard.
all
And I'm
hard.
so
So
tired of
true.
like, I have 3 under 3 just because
Yeah.
it like matches up. So just because
Yeah.
I have 3 under 7, all of a sudden, like, I'm fine.
Mhm.
You know?
I'm not okay.
Yeah, that actually is, that's so true. I've
You know
never
what I mean?
actually thought about it like that. Yeah, it's all very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
I guess
even if
only
you
if your numbers
have-
match up. Only if it's 2 under 2 or 3 under 3. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
only
only-
time you're allowed to say it's hard,
It's only the
actually.
time you're allowed to like give it a fun name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in your bio on Instagram.
Yes.
I didn't. I should have done that for
Yeah,
2
for
months.
those 2 months. You
Add it
missed
now. Own it.
Yeah.
Becca said I could.
Add it today. I got permission. 2 and under is what I say now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, you could again. There's a way you could phrase that at any stage, but it's
Yeah.
fun. I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like it.
I'm rocking with it. 2 in diapers. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the realest way to say it right
Yeah.
there. I'm going down a whole rabbit trail. Okay, so tell me about meeting your husband, but not you
Dating
didn't start
for 3
dating for 3
years.
years?
I mean, we dated, if you will. We went on
Okay.
dates.
Okay.
And then
It
our
wasn't
lives
official?
just didn't align, and so we both kind of moved on. And then we found each other in a church lobby 3 years later.
Did
and
you remember that he was bar guy?
absolutely, yeah, because I had gone on dates with him.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
so I knew who he was. And I was actually dressed like Elsa at the time. It was a Christmas service, and I worked with the children, so I was in full Elsa garb,
Mm.
wig and everything. Luckily, he did not recognize me. I walked
Oh.
right past him and made sure
Okay.
I changed before I approached him again.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we met from there and we just became friends. I was very strict about just being friends
Mm.
for a long time. And then, yeah, I eventually softened up when he was like, I don't need any more friends. So
Oh.
valid. He knew what he wanted, and I did
Mhm.
appreciate that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it was easy from there. 7 months later, we were engaged.
Wow.
6 months after that, we were married.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah, 4 months later, pregnant.
Whoa.
Okay. So you knew what you wanted too.
No,
Oh.
it was not my plan.
Okay.
Yes. And actually, so scary. One of the
Mm.
scariest days of my life. I
Mm.
took the test, which I had jokingly gotten at my bachelorette party, and luckily I just had it there. I took it, I flipped it over, started, like, making dinner, and then I came back. I very casually glanced at it, and I think my soul left my body.
Mm.
Genuinely, I was on the floor sobbing and shaking in terror.
Oh
I
my
was so
gosh.
afraid of being pregnant. Um,
What were you afraid of?
just, like I just didn't feel ready. I felt like a
Mhm.
child. I was
Mhm.
like, "No, I'm 16. There's no way."
And how old were we?
Oh, 25.
That's a child.
Right.
Teen pregnancy all the way.
Exactly. And, a newlywed, and I had been on birth control, and I had just stopped taking birth
Wow.
control because it had been affecting my mood a lot, and I was
Mhm.
like, "Ugh, I'll find something else." Um, did not have time to find something
You
else,
Mm.
you
found something
guys.
else.
I did find something else. I found pregnancy,
Yeah.
the best birth control, and yeah, it was scary. Luckily I had time to that's why we get 9 months.
Yes, it's really nice that you don't have to you can just ignore it for
Mhm.
8 months,
How
really.
long's our
Yeah.
elephants pregnant for? Like 3 years?
I think something
Lu
crazy like that, yeah.
Like, lucky and also horrible.
Yeah. I don't know if I would choose that,
I
but
wouldn't choose it,
Mhm.
actually. 9 months was perfect.
Yeah.
9 months, I was ready
Yes.
to get that boy out of there. Um, but yeah, he ended up being, like, the sweetest, best blessing ever. He has my exact personality and my husband's face,
Mm.
and so we both get to be, like see us in him,
Yeah.
which has been so special. Also, when he was first born, I was staring directly at my husband, and it was not the feeling I thought it was going to be, but it was just, like, the coolest thing ever that I had made the person I was in love with.
Mm,
So
mhm.
you know how
Whoa.
when, like, it sometimes bothers me that my kids don't look like me, but, like, I just reflect on, like, that is such a miracle
Mhm.
that they come out looking like the person you love. It's so
Mhm.
special.
Mhm.
And I know it's, like, nature's way of having the husband not eat their young,
Yeah.
but
It's
Word.
cute. It's cute.
it's still cute.
So, you were terrified to get pregnant, which is totally valid.
Mhm.
But then you found yourself
Yeah.
there.
I think I just hadn't ever thought about
No,
being
it
pregnant.
yeah, very
Legitimately
fast.
had never thought about it until
It
I
happened. Yeah, no,
was.
that is
Well, you were
shocking.
single and then you were Elsa. And then
Right.
you were engaged.
And it was also fast.
Yeah. And then you were married and then you were a mummy, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot to take in.
It was, yeah.
What were your thoughts about, like, how am I having this baby? Where am I having this baby? Did you have any background? Did you have
Mhm.
friends that had babies and you had
No,
any?
felt, like, completely on my own. I
Mm.
had no friends with kids at the time. Luckily, I have made such a big group of mom friends, and all my friends have babies now, which is
Mhm.
really nice, but also all my friends got to be pregnant together, and I'm still a little jealous about it.
Mhm.
Um, my best friend and I were pregnant together at the same time
With this
With this first
pregnancy.
with this
pregnancy.
first pregnancy. And to me, that was like, oh, this is for a reason. There is
Mm.
like, this is so special. And it was not long later that she lost the baby.
Mm.
And so that was like a big, big impact on my first pregnancy,
Totally.
was just the dichotomy of like trying to be so happy for me and
Mhm.
grieve with my best friend who's like my sister.
Yeah.
Um, and so that was just, it
It's
was a
really
lot. Yeah.
complicated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like she showed up for me in so many ways. Like
Mm.
she was truly like the best support that I had because I did feel really alone.
Mhm.
Um, and I was so excited for her to be pregnant because then I wasn't going through it alone
Yeah.
anymore. And so I was had a lot of anger too and grief when she lost the baby. And she knew that. Um, And then it happened again, right before
Wow.
my baby shower. She had lost her second baby.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like obviously people are allowed to handle that however they want, but she still showed up to my shower
Wow.
and supported me in like ways I could never understand or never probably comprehend, like what she was going through mentally when she showed up there and like had to watch me just
Mhm.
like soak in all the joy. I just can't imagine. She is like such a warrior and such an
Mhm.
amazing person. And the reason that I survived, honestly, my first pregnancy. So I just owe
Wow.
so much to her.
Mm.
I love her so much. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it's so emotional and it's
Yeah.
Does she have her rainbow yet?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
good.
She found out she was pregnant with her daughter after my son was born. He was like a month old maybe.
Mm.
Um and so they're so close. They're best friends.
Aw.
And we talk about it now like the Lord knew we needed each other to not be pregnant at the same time because then we could support each other better through both. So I mean it definitely like it all worked out the way it was supposed to, and she's
Yeah.
pregnant with her second now.
Oh.
We just keep, you know,
Right after each other.
skipping each other. Yeah. So she's gonna have a little boy we're gonna make sure they're best friends because I just
Mhm.
had a little boy too. So
Oh, that's so cute.
everything's, aligned the way it should, but it doesn't make it any less hard, even like thinking
Mm-mm.
back on it.
Yeah.
I remember thinking like it's before I was trying to get pregnant. It was such a cute thought to like get pregnant with your friends and
Mm-hmm.
be trying together, and then you very quickly realize this is not fun
Yeah.
because somebody's always going to be pregnant first,
Right.
and the other person's not,
And though
and
gonna
there's
be
risk
waiting.
of loss. Yep,
Yes. Yeah.
it's not fun.
And then also in postpartum, it's like me and my other friend are postpartum together currently. I'm
Mhm.
gonna be postpartum for as long as I claim to be postpartum. By
Pre
the
you
way.
own that.
Yep. Well, your baby's 7 months, right?
Yes.
Mine's 9, and I'm in the thick of postpartum.
Thank you. Okay, I was just gonna say I'm still
I'm
probably
barely bleeding.
postpartum from my 2-year-old. So.
I'm still in diapers.
Yeah. I think my
Um,
stitches are still intact.
But yeah, she's like real new postpartum, but I'm like, this is not good. I cannot be there for her. And
Yeah.
she cannot be there for me. And this is not how I dreamed of it always being, of
Yeah.
us just like mothering together in the same place, same time. Like, no, my baby only sleeps somewhere. Hers
Yep.
only sleeps
Mhm.
somewhere.
You
There's
actually just aren't going to see each other
ever again.
Yep.
See you in 5 years.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, her sister just had a baby, but she's still like postpartum.
Oh yeah, I like ran out of milk at home while I was at the hospital for my sister's birth, and I'm like, oh,
Like I still have a baby.
my baby's just not gonna have any milk. Sorry.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
You're a big
Yep.
boy now.
Yep. I'll grow it up.
I'll grow it up.
Yeah, this is real.
Ugh.
It's all real.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you were going through
Yes.
in pregnancy, and that was
Mhm.
kind of your only experience with like close friends having babies.
Yeah, at the time. For
So
sure.
were there fears about birth, or were there any thoughts, or was it just like, oh, this
Yeah.
is just what you do?
Yeah, I think for sure too, my first pregnancy, the whole first trimester, I was terrified. Like
Mhm.
you just make it to the next week and I would like check the odds on ChatGPT of my risk of miscarrying like
Mhm.
every day. I don't any anxious girly who gets pregnant probably has done the exact same. I'm so grateful for my second. That didn't happen to me. Like I had a very clear head, very level head. But the first time it's just so unknown.
Mhm.
And you know that they tell you to keep it a secret. So you're like, there must be a reason.
Yeah.
And there is, but um, it was very scary. I think my whole pregnancy until like I was like halfway there, and I started to feel a little bit more comfortable.
Mhm.
I had placenta previa with my first. Luckily, that just meant I got an extra ultrasound at 30 weeks, and
Yeah.
it had moved, which is amazing. So I just got to see my baby again, and the fear was gone. 10 weeks to prepare for birth mentally in my head.
Because you're told if it doesn't move, you have to have a C-section
Right.
automatically, right? And were you
Mhm.
bleeding throughout the pregnancy?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I would have never known
Oh wow.
that I
Mhm.
had it until my anatomy scan. So there was really only 10 weeks of like worry, but even then I had kind of been so tired of worrying that
Mhm.
I can't even remember how often I thought about it. I think I was just excited to see
Mhm.
him. And I had been encouraged by my doctor, it would probably move. So I really wasn't a big concern for me.
So this is, I mean, we all know the Sleepy Girl mocktail, tart
Yes.
cherry. I'm not trying to make us sleepy,
Okay.
but it does have health benefits. Can I remember them? No.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Why do we like tart cherry? We don't know.
I think it's relaxing.
Cheers.
Okay. Like your cortisol, yeah. Cheers.
It's a tart cherry lemonade.
It's really good.
That is one of the best things I've ever tasted.
Oh, I
Wow.
want a compliment.
I am going to go order all those ingredients and do this daily.
It was just lemonade,
Right before
tart
bed.
cherry, and a little sweet cream. I feel like I could use more cream, or maybe it just kind of settled.
I think it might have floated.
We need stir sticks. I'm going to buy
Okay.
some.
Yeah, some cutie.
Does that go there? Is
Yes.
that gonna
Yeah.
stay?
So you're at your appointment,
Okay.
and your doctor says you had a traumatic, and you were like, "Oh, I just thought that was
Yes.
normal."
I literally, my like eyes perked up. It's like something in me like relaxed, and I was like, I needed someone to say that to me
Mhm.
because obviously you don't really talk to anyone after birth. Like,
Yeah.
you just leave and you have a baby, and you're like, I
Mhm.
hope that went well.
Mhm.
And your 6-week checkup, you go in, and then they're like, you're good.
Yeah.
And then you leave, and you're like, are we gonna talk about what happened?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy, guys.
Mhm.
And we're just never gonna talk about it again.
Yeah.
And you know, the nurses and the doctors, they do a great job of like trying to not bring attention to it so you don't panic. But yeah,
It's hard because you never see them again. And
It-
like you
yeah.
might see the OB again, but the nurses, and it's really hard to track them down.
truly, yeah.
So I feel like you can't. There's not a chance to like circle back
Process it.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I felt like it was a burden to ask.
Mhm.
Which, yeah, you'll see show up a lot more. Like, I wish I didn't feel like such a burden
Mm.
being their patient, but I did. Which could not be their fault at all. And it could be just thoughts I had in my head of just like insecurity of like not knowing what I was doing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I have rewind
Mhm.
to when I actually give birth to my first.
Yes.
I was in really painful prodromal labor for 9 days leading up to my birth.
Wow.
That's
Just
a long time.
awful. Like
Wow.
so awful, so much pain, like really painful contractions. I have pictures I want to show you guys of how
Mhm.
tight these contractions
Oh
were.
my gosh.
You guys, I mean, you see stuff all the time. My belly never did this with my second. And can I show you?
Yeah.
Okay. I was so,
Did you know this was prodromal labor, or were you going back and forth to
I was the
L&D?
first time I went, they told me what it was. Because they were like, no, these are very strong contractions. And they kept me there, but I was not progressing at all.
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yes. So, so this is my belly before the contraction.
Okay.
And yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
is that your baby?
That's my baby.
Yeah.
Mid contraction in the bath at home, just trying to manage my pain all by myself.
Oh.
Never have done this,
my
never seen anyone
gosh.
give birth, walk through birth ever. I was terrified.
I've never seen that before.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I've never seen that before.
And again, validation.
I have
Because-
seen that before, but if I didn't know what I was looking at, I would think something was horribly happening.
And my waters were intact. Like, it was crazy. My water never broke
I
with
can't
him.
believe that was prodromal labor.
Yes. I was not progressing. 9 days of that. Like, misery.
Yeah.
And it, like, never really stopped. You know, like how prodromal labor,
Yeah.
like, starts and
Yeah.
stops. They got farther and closer together, but never
Went
more
away.
than, like, 20 minutes apart. Wow. For 9 days. I was exhausted.
Yeah.
So I was so excited when I finally went back to labor and delivery. The last time I was there, they had given me a medication I could take to sleep because I had not been sleeping.
No.
And so I went back the next night. I was like, I'm getting this medicine.
Yeah.
That was such a good sleep. And
Can you guys tuck me in again?
yeah, I need this before I go to bed. And they checked my cervix and I was 4 centimeters. And I
Oh,
was
amazing.
yes.
So this is day 2 of that.
No.
This
Oh,
was day 9.
Okay. So
Yes.
finally it did something.
Finally, yes. Like, finally, I was progressing. I was actually in labor, and I was so excited. They were like, "Do you want that epidural?" I'm like, "Right away." Right away.
Yeah, I've been going through this for days.
Yes.
Which is crazy because, like, if I had more perspective on that, I think I would have waited still, but water under the bridge with that.
9 days.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, let's not forget.
Yeah.
yeah.
Own that epidural. at
Yeah.
9 days.
Yeah. And it was so relieving. I like can't even tell you how amazing it felt. I didn't
Mhm.
even feel I felt nothing. The needle went in. My one birth plan thing, I have a giant fear of needles.
Oh.
I didn't even wanna look at it. I didn't wanna know anything about it.
Mhm.
I just wanted it.
Yep.
I was like, "Don't
Yep.
tell me
Don't
anything."
explain it.
I don't
Yeah.
wanna watch him walk in the room.
Yep.
I Yeah.
I'm just here and something's just gonna happen
I'm
to
walking
me.
around Anthropology.
Event-
I'm buying
Yes.
shoes.
Yes, it was a lot of transcendence,
Yeah.
transcendence
Yes.
out of body. And I did have a volunteer doula at the time. The second I got there, they brought her in. They were like, "Hey, like, would you like a volunteer doula?" I was like, "Yes."
Mhm.
I did not trust my husband to know my birth plan or advocate for it at all.
Mhm.
He's a great man, but also knows nothing.
Mhm.
Um,
He went to bar. We get
right,
it.
right.
Just kidding.
He thought it was yoga.
That's what I'm saying.
And so I was super excited. And I had heard that they had volunteer doulas, but I had no idea how to get one.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so I was just really excited that they just bring one in. And she was incredible. Sorry, I don't mean to talk about her like an object. She was incredible.
They just bring her
They just bring her in and she's there.
Just pop her in.
like a birth ball.
But she calmed my nerves. She like held my hands through all of the scary things. She helped me switch positions and,
Mhm.
and coaching me through some stuff. Yeah, helping me move, which was important to me because I value movement a lot just in my like daily life. So it was so fun. And don't listen to the lies that they say when you get an epidural, you have to give birth on your back because I did
Oh.
not. And no one fought me on it either, which
Wow.
I was very shocked by because I definitely thought that was going to be the case. I was on my side and I loved
Oh.
it. I was so comfortable.
Yeah.
Um, the process itself, like getting from when I was finally admitted to giving birth, not much time had passed. Like it was overnight. And the next morning I was giving birth, which was awesome. And I had realized that without my permission, they had given me Pitocin and without my knowledge
While you were in labor.
while I was in labor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I came after 9 days of pretermal labor, which couldn't have offered me Pitocin, but then
Yeah.
it's cool. I would have probably taken it
Yeah.
if it offered it to me then. Um, but then, of course, when my body's actually starting to do it is when they're like, let's give her Pitocin to make it go
Interesting.
faster.
Did they tell you why? Just to make it go faster?
They never told me why. I guess I didn't ask. Again, I knew
You were just there.
nothing. I wish
Yeah.
I had learned more beforehand, or like asked more questions. But I feel like when you're in those OB appointments,
Mhm.
they ask what questions you have
Yeah.
and you don't know what to ask when it's your first time.
After a
and
5-minute check-in, and then they're
Right.
like, "What questions do you have?" Like,
Yeah. I have no idea.
And then you get to your car and you're like, boom, 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 boom. boom.
Yeah. And I'd wrote some down throughout the week and then like,
You don't see him again for 3 weeks, so.
and then, yeah, the answers are just like, "Oh, that's normal. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's normal. That's normal." And then I didn't think to ask about Pitocin. I didn't think to
No.
ask about really anything else because
Mhm.
I just like my brain hadn't gotten past pregnancy
Right.
until
Why would
I
you
was
ask
there.
those things? Yeah.
And so they apparently had progressed my labor too fast. So they took me off. That's when I found out I was on Pitocin is when they took me off. And they were like, "Oh, you're dilating too quick. Like we're going to take you off." And I was like, "I was on it." Okay.
Okay, that's kind of shocking. I mean,
Right?
I would call that traumatic right there. Like, some people I think would
Yeah.
identify with just that even being like, "Oh, they put me on Pitocin and then put me and my baby in danger
Right.
without my permission."
Yeah, and of course they would never say that we were in danger.
No.
And I wouldn't have known until again, I
Yeah.
have this traumatic birth. So I push like it took me 7 pushes to get him out,
Wow.
which was great. But he came out very quickly and he was very large. So he was 9.5 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
And every ultrasound before that showed him in the 30th percentile.
Oh my gosh.
So when he came out 9.5 pounds and 22 inches, we were all like, who is this grown man
Yeah.
that came out of a little person?
Mhm.
Well, after that picture, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I know.
That was the
see-
whole
You could
body.
see his
22
everything,
inches.
yes.
Yes.
And everyone in like my husband's family, like all his nephews were like 6 pounds and like 5 something, like very tiny babies. And so
Mhm.
like
How many weeks pregnant are we?
It was my due date.
Oh, that's
The
fun.
morning of my due date. I felt like the God's favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That needs to go on your bio too, by the way.
It
Like,
should.
had my baby on his due date.
I am the
2 under
3%.
2.
Yeah.
And
God's favorite.
God's favorite. Um, so like that alone, I was just so happy to see him. Like I was happy he was there finally, and I was happy to like be done with the process.
Yeah.
And like my pushing was very casual. The epidural was doing its thing. I felt nothing, and he came out and I was stoked.
Mhm.
And that's when like the panic kind of happened around the room. It was full. Like there was nowhere to go. There was it all of a sudden, when there's so many people in your room, you're like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
But I didn't think anything of it because I was just staring at my crying baby, and I was
Yeah.
so excited. And of course, they just like immediately try to put him on your boob, which no one warned me about either, and that was very confusing for me. I hadn't even thought about breastfeeding
Oh
either.
my gosh.
And so there was just so many things that were happening, and luckily, I didn't notice that I was having a postpartum hemorrhage, and I was they were trying to get control of all the bleeding. I had torn internally and a lot of externally. And I was there being stitched up for like 2.5 hours
Oh my
afterwards,
gosh.
inside and out. And
Do you know the
Wow.
degree? Did they tell you?
third,
Wow.
third degree perineal tear, sucal tearing on inside. That was the worst tear, they said, like that, and the hardest to repair. And then I had the labial tears as well. So I just had it. Everything.
You really said one of each.
One of each, please. Is there a menu I can
Yes.
order?
Oh
We have
my
room service, I
gosh.
see.
Yeah. And so they had told me that he came out with his arm up.
Yeah.
That tracks.
And just, yeah, fast and big. So there wasn't a ton of time to like stretch or whatever. So luckily, like the hemorrhage was from tears and it wasn't a genetic problem that I was having, but it was bad enough to where I did have a nice, long, lengthy hospital stay.
Do you know how much blood you lost?
I don't remember off the top of my head. Um,
Did you need an iron transfusion?
I had an IV in my arm for a couple of days.
Not sure
What it
was
was?
going in it.
I don't remember much. Which is
yeah,
a
if you
big
if you
part
lost a
of
lot of blood.
yes, like I was just exhausted
Yeah.
and felt like inhuman for a couple of days for sure after that. Like
Yeah.
just so weak. I didn't walk for a while. I never got my hospital postpartum shower. Not once. And I was very upset about it.
Yeah.
Everyone talks of it so fondly. I wasn't moving. I was I had the catheter in until the day I left because lucky me, I also got a hematoma on my stitches.
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh, you poor thing.
yeah, that was in my experience the most traumatic part of my birth because I developed the hematoma. I had no idea, like directly after they stitched me up. So when I was in my postpartum unit, my OB came to see me. I gave birth at 11:30. She came to see me around 9 that evening to check on everything. And I had not had, any pain medication or anything since then. She found the hematoma. I hadn't even looked, okay? I was not interested what was going on down there.
No thanks.
And she found the hematoma and immediately just tried to squeeze it with her hands.
Oh no. No.
Do we know how big?
I don't know. I never looked. I'm going to be honest. I
I
just
don't
know
look.
that the nurses came in and they said, "Oh, you're the one with the hematoma."
Oh,
And I said,
excuse me?
"Yeah."
So
I
Wait,
think
it was, like,
stop it
talked
right now.
about.
I have so
it
much
was discussed.
so much to process.
No, it was not a good experience, you guys. I actually did cry a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I could. I did not like my postpartum experience there at all. My second birth was very redemptive,
Good.
but my nurses were mean. Like my antepartum, like in labor and delivery, nurses were phenomenal. But post-birth, I think, is a little bit more important.
And there are
In
sometimes
your
people in there that
experience?
you're like, Why is this your job?
For
Like, if you
real.
hate this, please go.
Yes.
Nobody's keeping you here.
And let me tell you, I could not have caught my OB on a worse day.
Oh,
She wasn't my OB, she was the on-call OB. So
okay.
I had just met her. And when she squeezed my hematoma
Why though? Like why?
with no medication,
Wait, so, okay, you're in the
I don't
postpartum
know.
room
Yes.
and they find this.
Yes.
First of all, I just want to say you don't need to look. I believe that down there is none of my business
None of it.
when I'm
Mm-mm.
postpartum.
Yeah. Especially
We don't
for,
need
like,
to hold that against her.
Yes.
She can just work herself
let
out.
her do her thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
It's like the back of my head.
Yep. It's none of my business.
I don't want to see it.
I want to see it.
I know.
like,
Becca's like, yeah, I'm just saying, you're the birth worker. That's
Yeah.
what you're
The
like.
other day,
Did
I
you
felt
look?
like this twinge in my cervix, and so I'm like fingering myself, like examining my cervix. I was like, okay, feels fine.
Nope.
Twinge.
A twinge. Okay, squeezing it. I can't get past that.
Inhumane, I would call it.
Yeah. Did
It
you
was
scream?
inhumane.
I don't
I
even think
screamed.
that is like the clinical indication. And what do I know? But I have never.
I don't think
heard-
that's what you do with a hematoma.
Right.
No.
So she it gets worse, guys. So she
Oh,
squeezes
no.
it. I scream and
Yeah.
I am tears are just streaming down my face. And she was like talking to the nurse. She's like, should we get her pain medication?
Oh,
and the nurse is like,
What a wonderful
yeah,
thought.
let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so she leaves to go get it, but she keeps trying. So she doesn't stop. So I finally just like screamed for her to stop. And she storms out of the room, says, I've made too many women cry today. I can't do this anymore. And storms out of the room.
Secondary trauma.
I was frozen because I'm like, first of all, that didn't feel right. The whole pain
Yes.
situation without pain medicine.
Or
and then
consent, or like
or consent, yeah.
anything.
And then second of all,
Now
is this
you're
my fault?
Yeah, you're punishing me.
What have
for
I
your-
done? Like, that was like an impulse. I didn't even think through the words. I didn't even realize I had said to stop. Like,
Mhm.
my
Yeah.
body reacted
Yeah.
aside from my thoughts. So I was just feeling, again, like a burden. Like I had done something
my
wrong.
God.
And again, I had no idea what's normal, what's not. So I was like, but that's definitely not right.
No.
So that's when I was like, okay, something's off about this birth. Like, this cannot be a normal experience.
Where's your baby during this? Like,
My
how are you
husband
doing?
was holding him.
Okay.
My husband had no idea any of this was happening until I started screaming.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't even know I had a hematoma yet. Like, it was that fast that
Mhm.
everything happened. Like, she came in to look. He was caring for the baby at my bedside,
Mhm.
just really distracted because we had just met him, you know.
Yeah.
And
Kind of cute.
yeah, and it just all happened so fast. He was so
I'm
confused.
so sorry.
Yeah, it was really.
Did you ever get a chance to debrief that with that OB?
Mm-mm. Again, everyone has bad days at work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
But
just,
you need to like filter yourself. Like this
it's-
is someone's vagina.
Yeah, this is not your like tax job. This
Right.
is
Yeah.
OB. You're an OB.
It just
So.
sucks that I was on the receiving end of her bad day because it was
Yeah.
also a very bad day for me.
Yes.
I would say even worse.
Mhm.
Yeah. Much more impact. I mean, what I'm thinking about is like after a postpartum experience and a birth and a postpartum experience
Mhm.
like that, how was your connection with your baby and like
Mhm.
bonding and everything?
Thank you so much for asking that. I really need to talk about my birth more because this is healing me in a lot of ways, just even
Good.
the questions. It was really hard, like very, very difficult. I couldn't breastfeed him.
Mhm.
The blood loss. Yeah.
It was really, really hard on me because I really wanted to. And I gave up about 2 weeks in
It's a
because
long
again,
time.
like I was still iron deficient I'm still iron deficient to this day, but I was iron deficient for a long time. I was anemic in pregnancy as well. So
Mm.
I was
You
already
started
running on
behind.
reserves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like I was just so exhausted postpartum and I really struggled with postpartum depression and DMER, dysphoric milk
Oh.
ejection reflex.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just had a lot of things kind of going against me in
Mhm.
postpartum and the goals that I had
Mhm.
for connection and stuff. So he was on bottles. By 2 weeks, I did, and I am proud to say, exclusively pump for him for 10 months.
Wow.
And so
That's not easy.
there was an accomplishment there, but
Yes.
I would always every day try to get him to relatch, and every
Aw.
day it hurt. You
Yeah.
know, it hurt
Mhm.
having him reject it I would
Yep.
and so I think that really caused just a lot of sadness
Mhm.
in my postpartum memories and experiences, which I still kind of have to grapple with of like the disappointment.
Mhm.
But um my second experience was completely different,
Good.
which has healed me in a lot of ways. And in other ways has made me really sad for
Mhm.
what I missed out on. Um so I still struggle a little bit with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not fair how like the birth experience does impact, like they're not separate things, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I asked that question,
Mhm.
because it's so often that when you have like a traumatic birth, it's going to bleed into postpartum. And
Mhm.
I mean, postpartum is your bonding with your baby. So,
Yeah.
and especially breastfeeding struggles,
Mhm.
like, um, there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's this like hormonal thing. I always talk about it. Like, it's
Mhm.
easy to talk about before you're in it. Like, oh, it won't be that big of a deal if we can't. It's fine.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, it becomes your worth.
Mhm.
It's your baby rejecting you. So, what
Mhm.
did I do wrong? Why doesn't
Yeah.
my baby want me?
Mhm.
There's so many feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. It is really hard.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So, in your postpartum, you still hadn't really processed until that next
Mhm.
pregnancy,
Yeah.
and that OB said this was traumatic.
Yes.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
were just kind of like, that was normal. That must be normal.
I think I had like verbally processed it with some friends and family after and just
Mhm.
kind of resolved myself about it of like
Mhm.
no one else really seemed startled in the way that I was. Like
Mhm.
they were like, "Oh, that's not right." But not like in the way that I was feeling. Not
Yeah.
not in a way that matched my feelings, which obviously I think if you're postpartum, no one can match your feelings because those hormones are real.
Yeah.
And um just yeah,
You're
like
the only one who
unlike
goes
anything.
through
Yeah.
it, you know?
Exactly.
So many people go through it, and it breaks my heart that people go through it without, like, doula support. Because like,
Mhm.
I know how much we support our clients in that immediate postpartum phase, and, like,
Yeah.
we have to talk about the same thing over and over and over.
Mhm.
But, like, we serve, what, 15 people a month? There's 1,500 people a month in the city that
Yeah.
have babies,
Mhm.
and everyone's going through it.
Yeah.
But no one talks about it, or you're supposed to just, like, turn a
Mhm.
switch and go into motherhood and be like, "Okay, well, I guess that
Yeah.
was that."
Yeah. It's crazy that we don't just have like a medical field for doulas.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be a branch of pregnancy and labor delivery
Mhm.
and OBs, whatever, because I feel like everyone needs that, especially with your first, but not even just then cuz with my second I got it through a
Mhm.
friend,
Mhm.
essentially through Katie. Um
Nice.
and she kind of came over and showed me the ropes of like breastfeeding and positions and like ways to heal and, those things. And I had never known. And I had a full grown baby. And
Mm.
I had no idea that that kind of a postpartum was possible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it would have just, I think, completely changed even just the way I view motherhood,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let alone just like birth and postpartum, because that changes your whole relationship with your kid.
Yeah.
Mhm. It does.
Um, Not to say I don't have a great relationship with my
Of
oldest,
course.
because he is me in human form. And we do have a lot of things that we are just so in sync with, but it's hard to see my baby now
Mhm.
and think of what we missed out on then
Mhm.
and like how will that impact him down the line. I mean, he was loved and he was supported and he has such a great relationship with my husband. So that is something I wouldn't trade for anything and
Mhm.
I know has intention and importance in it. So,
Yeah. All can be true.
yes,
Mhm.
all can be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of things were lined up against you in your first birth, it sounds
Mhm.
like the Pitocin, the fast delivery, his
Yeah.
position, the tear, the hemorrhage,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the abuse, essentially,
Mhm.
postpartum.
Mhm. Yeah.
Ugh,
That's a
I'm
lot.
sorry.
Yeah. So did you make a choice to get pregnant again, or was there fear there?
I made the choice to get pregnant again.
Well, you got to make the choice this time.
Yes.
Last time it just
Yeah.
kind of happened.
Um, in like a very loose way of making a choice, I was open to it. Like I wanted another baby, and I did.
Mhm.
I did want the redemptive experience of knowing what was going to happen. Like being
Mhm.
more prepared this time and feeling like I was ready.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like we were super trying. But it was another like surprise pregnancy test, but this time I was jumping up and down when I took it. I was like squealing with joy,
Mm.
and I have a video of it and
Aw.
everything. Like I recorded nothing of my first pregnancy because I was so terrified. Um and so it really was just like a huge 180 and so helpful to me and really helpful to my son too to see like all of the excitement and like
Mhm.
get to watch the baby grow in my belly. He kissed my belly like every day. He
Aw.
knew his baby brother was in there. Um and it was just such a sweet time being pregnant with a toddler. A very difficult time, but a very sweet time. And especially when we knew there was so much to look forward to
Mm-hmm.
in raising a child and like meeting them, seeing their face, it was definitely not as scary as the first
Yeah.
time of
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it was redemptive in so many ways. And then 32 weeks hit.
Yeah.
And I go to my 32-week appointment. My husband works out of state for a week every month,
Oh my
so he was
gosh.
gone. My best friend came with me to the appointment, and I was feeling some like Braxton Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
And this friend of mine is very bossy.
Mm-hmm.
I love her for it because I am not. And so she immediately noticed they were close together, and she was like, I'm going to start tracking them. And I was like, please don't. And she just kept tracking them, and they were like 2 minutes apart.
Wow.
And so I walk into my appointment, and the nurse practitioner is there, and she sees me and she's like, "What are you doing here? You need to go to labor and delivery right now." Like she just saw me. We hadn't
Mm-hmm.
even really begun to explain what was going on. She saw the timer, she saw me, and she was like, "Go." And so I went to labor and delivery, and they monitored me for an hour, checked my cervix. I had progressed since I had first gotten there. And my contractions were every 2 minutes and getting closer
Wow.
and closer. So they admitted me right away. Um, and yes, I was terrified. And this was the only scary part about this pregnancy. And luckily, there's the positive side to it. But um, yeah, so I was admitted. I stayed for 3 days before I was allowed to go home. I was given every medication they could give you to try and stop labor, which they will tell you there is nothing they can do to stop labor, but there are things they can try. But scientifically proven, there's nothing you can do
Mm.
to stop it if it started. So that was sweet that they told me that. I felt way more informed this time I was at the hospital with my baby. So I was grateful for the information, but also terrified by the information
Mm-hmm.
because my contractions were unfortunately not slowing down. Um, but luckily I had stopped progressing.
Okay.
Yes. So that was like the win of the weekend and the reason they let me go home.
Mm.
Um, some the thing is, my advice to people is if you are admitted at all during your pregnancy, request that the same person checks your cervix every time.
Oh, that's so true.
I was unaware of how horrible it would be to have different people's opinions on how dilated you are because I truly think there was a world in which I hadn't progressed when I first got there
Mm.
and didn't need
Mm-hmm.
to be admitted and didn't need those medications. And I
Mm.
was in prodromal labor like my first, but way earlier this time.
Yeah.
Because two different people had checked me out up front. It was the nurse at first and then the OB. Um, and again, like everyone's 1 centimeter is different. And
Mm-hmm.
so throughout the weekend, it was a bunch of different people checking until the last day when my OB was like, I will be the only person to do this. She was amazing. And I
Mm.
was like, thank you. Because the amount of times my cervix was checked in a 3-day span should be illegal.
Yeah, I'm so
It
sorry.
was awful and completely unnecessary.
And was it going between like a 1 and 2? Was that the discrepancy?
Mhm.
Oh.
Like very small, like 2.5 here and there, like just they were adding in halves. And I was like, okay, like guys, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I also really, really wanted to get home to my son. He
Yeah.
wasn't allowed in the hospital
Mm.
because he was 2, or he was 1.5. He wasn't 2 yet. I had 2
Two
under
under
2.
two. Yeah. Don't take that away from yourself.
I won't. And I had never been away from him that long.
Yeah.
So I was just distraught. And the medication they give you to stop labor causes your heart to race, heart palpitations, I'm already an anxious girl. Like, it was really difficult, and I was alone because, my husband, when he got home, had to be with our son,
Yeah.
and it was just not ideal. So,
Mm-mm.
luckily, I made it through that. My main job at the time was teaching fitness classes,
Mm.
and so I was not allowed to resume physical activity until I had given birth because I had taken a class the night before my appointment, and so they thought that is what was
Doing it.
starting labor in me. Yeah.
Mm.
And so I wasn't allowed to pick up my son. I wasn't allowed to do anything for the next 6 weeks that would like be lifting more than 15 pounds, 20 pounds. It was like very light.
Mm-hmm. Not your son.
No. And like limited walking. Not
Mm-hmm.
full bed rest, but like pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, oh my gosh, people do not tell you how mentally taxing that is. Like,
Yeah.
and how impossible because I had to pick up my son.
Yeah.
Like, he was in a crib. I had to put him to bed.
Yep.
We don't like we have a big community here, but we don't have someone with us 24/7.
Right.
That wouldn't have been possible. And my husband couldn't stay home now that I wasn't working. So he had to go to work. So I was like, how do they think I am
Yeah.
magically going
Yeah.
to just not be able to take care of my kid? Um, but luckily, I did rest as much as I could.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it to 38 weeks. I gave birth to him in 2 pushes.
Wow.
No
Wow.
Pitocin.
You made it to 38?
38.
No Pitocin. Let's give a
38.
shout out.
So I
Yeah.
went to prodromal labor at 32
Okay.
weeks.
But just modified bed rest, basically.
Modified bed rest. I
Um,
still was having contractions for 6 weeks.
Wow.
They were nowhere near as
I
painful
was going to
as
say, did you get the cube
No,
again?
I
Okay.
didn't. They were nowhere near as painful as my first prodromal labor, which I was thanking God for every day.
Yeah.
But they did have varying levels of pain,
Yeah.
but it was a lot easier to go through, I think, than even the 9 days with my son,
Yeah.
like physically at least. And also just being able to know what it was and have more information and
Yeah.
like being given some guidelines on resting
Yeah.
was
That is
very
so hard to
helpful,
go
but
through.
also really hard.
6 weeks, girl.
Yeah. That's a lot.
It's
That's
a challenge.
insane.
9 days was a lot.
Yeah,
And that was 6 weeks.
How big was this baby?
8.5.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's a little smaller.
Yes,
Still big.
still
Big
big, but
boys.
and a second degree tear and no internal bleeding, no hemorrhage,
No elbow.
no elbow.
He
Thank goodness.
heard the prayer.
Yes.
Arms down.
Yes. And it was like just quick. Like I had an epidural because again, 6 weeks. I was ready.
Yeah.
Both times I was like, okay.
You're at your 32
I
week
definitely
like inpatient stay. You were probably like, put the order in now for
Yes.
whenever I'm in here
Yeah.
immediately.
I was ready. I was like, okay. That weekend was, I will say, it was not anticlimactic in any way. Like one day they were ready to give birth. I had gotten the steroid shots for his lungs. Like they had brought in the kit to
Mm.
give birth. Like they for sure thought he was coming. And so it was a terrifying 3 days.
Yeah.
But once it was done,
Mm-hmm.
it was done. I had peace.
Yeah. Good.
And I was like, okay, he stayed these days, haven't progressed. He's not coming out. And I
Yeah.
felt really confident in it.
Good.
And a lot more confident knowing that he had those shots for his lungs. So I was like, if he does come, we're fine.
Yeah. We're out of that
or at
scary
least we're in the
window.
best place we can be.
Yeah.
So that was helpful. But yeah, I luckily didn't need any Pitocin this time. I didn't ask for any and I never got any. And I was very grateful. I actually did make it a point to say I do not want Pitocin unless I desperately need it. And I can't imagine a world in which I do.
Yeah.
I think my body's been preparing for
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah. I'm ripe.
I don't think this is going to be
He's
a
coming
problem.
And sure enough, like 4 hours later, in
So-
2 pushes, this baby was out.
Wow.
Labor started at home.
Yes.
You went to the hospital,
Mhm.
and 4 hours later, your baby was born.
Yes.
Did you hemorrhage?
No.
Amazing. That
So good.
Pitocin, that can be a high risk of it.
I genuinely, and I don't want to make assumptions.
Make an assumption. I'm here for it.
I will be completely honest. I am not a crunchy person by any means. I was never going to be the person who didn't want the epidural. I was never going to be the person who was against Pitocin until it was given to me against my knowledge.
Yeah.
And it caused what it caused, right? Like I think we can all be real about the fact that my body was going to give birth.
Yeah.
And it was prepared to give birth. And it had been preparing for 9 days. And so if it had not been pushed, but like past
Mhm.
where it needed to be,
What would the outcome have been?
I think my
Yeah.
body would have done the preservation and
Yeah.
the stretching, and I would have been saved from a lot of hardship.
Yeah.
That like
Mhm.
to this day, I still like need to go get an iron infusion, and I just like it's something that I'm still struggling with 2.5 years later.
Yeah.
So when people give you the advice of like try to avoid Pitocin if you can, take it seriously,
Mhm.
ask the questions. Like it is so important. Both my mom and my sister both were induced, so Pitocin didn't scare me.
Mhm.
Like it just didn't scare me, but it should have. In my context, it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
you weren't
like
being induced.
I
So
wasn't.
that's
You were
what
in spontaneous labor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very, I mean, it could have been
And
the
I wasn't
epidural, it
even
could have been chocolate cake. But if they
Yeah.
give it to you and you didn't ask for it and you didn't know, that's where there's a problem.
right.
Yeah.
And like I had only been admitted for a few hours by the time I was given it,
Yeah.
and I was progressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a very confusing place for me to try to like rational because I want to assume the best, but I've tried for years to rationalize why they felt like they needed to do that, and I can't
I wish you could ask somebody.
think of anything. Yeah.
Do you think it'd be in the chart?
Yeah, but they're gonna write what they what
Mhm.
the
They're going to make up some reason or something.
yeah, they're gonna say why they did it.
I looked in the chart. I didn't see a reason.
It
Yeah.
just
I
said
just saw
pit
that
given or whatever.
when they gave it to me. Yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's so hard to wrestle with the like if this had gone differently. I have a very similar
Mhm.
like the way my birth went definitely affected my postpartum with my first, which is already like you're at high risk of just being like, what in the world? Because it's your
Mhm.
first.
Mhm.
It's really hard not to go through that tape in your head. Like if I had made this decision at this
Yeah.
point, or if
Yeah.
this didn't happen, then maybe this all wouldn't have been
Mhm.
taken from me.
Yeah. Because
There's-
I'm trying to
yeah.
have accountability on both ends where it's like, okay, a part of me was responsible for educating myself.
Mhm.
But then at that point,
Yeah.
the doctors know more than me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I feel like I should have, in their accountability, I should have gotten an explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they like
permission.
their mind is like get baby out.
Yes.
They forget that this has a pelvic floor for the next 80 years and this
Yeah.
has breastfeeding for the next 2 years
Mhm.
and these things cause this and these things cause
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. You need recovery
Yeah.
of your pelvic floor.
Okay, so
can't
you
live
start
like
labor
that.
at home. How does that labor start?
To be honest, I didn't know.
Just something was
Because
happening
you had
and
something
you went
going
to
on for 6 weeks.
Yeah, so that's my problem with both babies is when I got to the hospital, I had no idea if I was in labor or not, and I genuinely both times didn't think I was.
but it was just a little stronger than it was typically. So you're like, I should go.
Yes, and like they were actually, I did know because I could feel the difference, right? Like they got stronger and
Yeah.
more painful. It's gonna be so gross. I thought I was sweating. Turns out
You're leaking.
I was leaking my
Wow.
water.
Yeah.
That was nice of you to think that
Yeah.
about
Had
yourself.
no clue.
I'm
My
gonna choose
vagina is
the
just
most
extra sweaty
disgusting on-
today.
I literally was like,
Wow, my labias are really performing.
I genuinely was like, oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. I cannot get cool. So much. And I get there and they're
Have
like,
the
when did your
fan.
waters break? And I was like, are they broken?
I thought I was a sweaty girl.
I thought I was sweaty.
I'm an athlete.
Why does this always happen?
I'm an athlete. So yeah, my tip is ask about Pitocin and don't wear period underwear when you're
Fair
pregnant.
enough. Fair enough. Was the postpartum any better? So you did have a second degree tear, but that
Yeah.
is a big difference between a second and third.
Huge difference.
Mhm.
I could not believe the difference.
Mhm.
Like I heard second degree and I got a little scared.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's a huge difference. So much easier. I
Mhm.
was like up and moving so much faster. My energy level, because I didn't have the postpartum hemorrhage, like shot
Yeah.
right back. I
Amazing.
swear to you, I could not move from the couch. I couldn't walk for like 2 months after I gave birth to my first. And my second one, like I was like itching to get up.
Yeah.
So
It's amazing.
it was super different. And I took a shower my second.
Yeah, you had the
Got that
shower. Your
shower.
postpartum shower.
Oh yeah, I put in that birth plan. I was like, you better remove that. What is it
Catheter.
called? Catheter.
Mhm.
The second the baby comes out, just take it right out.
Mhm.
I will say they didn't remove it the first time because I had a hematoma.
Yeah.
and they didn't want to have to like put it back in.
Whew.
Yeah.
I'm
it
not
was
okay.
grace. They were giving
And
me
no
grace.
hematoma the last time.
Good.
And how's your breastfeeding experience?
We're 7 months in,
Eh,
and
wow.
breastfeeding, he takes bottles and I'm at work 2 days a week, but it has not affected his ability to breastfeed at all. We had no issues with like bottles and latching and stuff. So that was my biggest fear too when I went back to work. I was like, I can't give him a bottle.
Yeah.
He won't want me after that.
Mhm.
And I was so afraid. And it was like nothing had ever happened. Like he genuinely didn't have a preference at all. And it's been beautiful so far. And I'm like, we're almost at 8 months.
Yeah.
A year's going to be so easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
You're
think
doing
after
it.
you exclusively pump, it is so much harder.
I've done it
than
too. It's
nursing.
yes, I agree.
I didn't even realize. I thought, obviously, with my first, I thought nursing was harder because I couldn't get him to do it. So it was, yeah, it's been so redemptive, so beautiful. Our relationship is amazing. And he still has a great relationship with his dad, too,
Yeah.
which I thought my son's with my husband was because he gave him bottles. He fed him, we basically fed him 50-50. Which I will say was nice for my sleep postpartum.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are some benefits to exclusive
Yeah.
pumping, I will say.
I am a little jealous of that. If I could go back. But no, it's been amazing. Like I could not ask for a better experience. And I thought I was gonna be 2 and done. And now I'm like,
I want to be at your third birth, though. I
Oh,
want to give you
okay.
the full doula experience.
I think
I'm going to hire myself for your third birth.
I mean, I think definitely if I was gonna do it again, I would make sure I have a doula.
Yeah.
For obviously like labor and then or for delivery and then postpartum.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I just the support I had for like that very short window of time from the volunteer doula was so incredible.
Yeah.
The second she left, I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, come back.
Just to have that like calm presence in the room and just someone like normalizing it and like steadying the cadence is like,
Yeah. Well, and she was so focused on me.
yeah.
I was the only person who cared
Yeah.
about me in
Yeah.
the whole room.
They're like watching all your winces and all your
Yes.
movements. And
Yeah.
yeah, I love doulas, obviously.
It was amazing. I like truly wish I don't know why I didn't hire one for my second. I just like assumed I was gonna have another volunteer doula and I loved mine, so I was like, it'll be fine. And I didn't the second time because they're volunteers,
Yep.
so they're not just
They're
there
not
all the
always
time.
there. Yep. I know.
Did not think that one through. Should have. But yeah, if I could go back in time, that's the one thing I would change for sure.
I'm so glad you had a better experience.
I
the
know.
second
And
time.
fast.
It
The
was
6
amazing.
weeks was hard, though, I'm sure.
The
Yeah.
6 weeks was mentally challenging,
Yeah.
a little physically challenging, but I would do it again.
Did you just stay home for those 6 weeks?
No.
You
Naughty.
No. No, I had my teaching job, and so I would go to that, and I would sit most of the day. My students were amazing. I had middle schoolers, so like if I dropped a pen, they would go and get it for me.
Oh,
They
yeah.
would like run to get it. They
I
were
loved when my
incredible.
teachers were pregnant when I was growing up. I'd be like, can't wait to be in her class. I just loved
Yeah.
being around pregnant people.
Well, and they get to see because I had 6th graders last year. This year I have 7th graders, so I get my students again.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
And so they get to see what non-pregnant Mrs. Silva is like, and I
Mhm.
think they might like her more,
Mm.
which is so fair.
Yeah.
yeah, you're like, I like her more too.
So yeah, it's been great.
Aw.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing your stories.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
That was a couple
Yes.
first. We haven't had a hematoma.
Oh, cool.
We haven't had a 6-week prodromal labor.
I've never seen a belly like that.
The belly was shocking to us all.
Yeah, that is insane.
I'd be scared it'd be bursting open. Like that's what it looks like it's about to do. It's
Yeah. Just like rip.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
That's an
your hair
intense
tie.
contraction, huh?
I said like your hair tie.
Yeah, that was so scary.
That was her belly.
No, literally, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, that belly picture is amazing.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for sharing your stories.
It was so therapeutic. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Girly Pop Birth Talks, where we hold space for the messy and meaningful journey of becoming her.
If today's story moved you, made you laugh, or reminded you of your own strength, we would love it if you subscribed, shared the episode, and left us a quick review.
We're so glad you were here.
Seriously, you're one of us now.
We can't wait to do this again soon.